Hey guys, Bryan here from Liquid Concepts. So we're doing another weekly tip and trick video. This video is related to emblems. Some people like them, some people hate them. So in this case, this guy hates them, he wants them off. So no big deal for us. We're going to go ahead and kind of show you guys a quick little process of taking these off. Now again, there's a couple of different ways that you can do it, and I'll go ahead and video another one here, but this is one way that you can do it. Now this only really works whenever you have a flat panel, more like this. Now if you have something that's curved or anything that has like ridges or anything like this in it, not really going to work too well. You're going to have to use a different method. But because this is flat, then we can go ahead and use this method. And so what we're going to do is first is we're going to take and put tape all the way around it so that we don't scratch it or damage any paint or anything like that. Second thing is we're actually going to get a scraper. The metal ones work really well because they're very, very thin and they're able to cut back down into this adhesive and pull all those off. All right. And so again, as you all probably know, once you take them off, you can't really reuse them again. Some people try, but what we found is that it's easier just to buy brand new ones because the adhesive, it doesn't really work too well. And a lot of the times, like the 3M adhesive, whenever you have a cut to fit, you always got to cut it around, and it never works right. So in this case, they're just going to be thrown away because that's what the customer wants. But some people do still save them. So we'll go ahead and get started with this. And so essentially what you want to do is you want to try to take and get it as close as you can to the very edge of that emblem. And so this case, we actually got it up and underneath it, which is even better. And so that way it helps prevent anything from scratching the paint or anything like that. And so what we can do is kind of, you can see how I'm taking this and I'm just kind of moving it back and forth to try to get it back down inside that groove as much as we can. And so in this case, that's going to work right there. We'll go ahead and lay that down, and then so now all we got left is these two areas right here. We got one right there by the S. Put that down, and so again, I've got just that one little bitty corner which I'm not worried about. And then we'll go ahead and get the T. Now the T, we might actually go ahead and put one right here like this. And I'm actually, just because of the big gap that I've got right there, I'm actually going to put one sideways, just like this right here, just to kind of help make sure, because it's always easier to do it now than it is later and figure out that you scratched the paint or something. So there's a couple of different ways you can do this. In this case, we're just going to just take our time and just gently start working it like this, and it'll slowly cut it in. Some people I've also seen where they take a heat gun and heat this up, and of course the hotter the metal, it will help cut through some of that adhesive. In this case, these are going to be pretty simple. They're going to come off pretty easily. And so essentially you want to make sure that you're kind of bending these up as you go, so that way none of this digs in. And of course, this is the reason why we have our big 2-inch tape all the way around. And so essentially what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of work our way in just like this, and you can see how it's slowly just cutting into that adhesive and pulling it right off. So we've got that. I'm going to kind of hold that just so it doesn't go anywhere. So first one is off, and there we go. So we'll go into the L, take these right here, and again, I'm just working it very slowly. And then so got all of that, pull that off. So now there's the S, the L's gone, and now for the T. And again, just work it kind of slow. We'll kind of work it up just like this right here, and there we go. So now that we've got those off, now we can go ahead and pull all of our tape off, and now we're ready for our eraser wheel. So we can go ahead, grab the eraser wheel, hit just this one little area right here. Technically, if you wanted to, you could go ahead and leave your tape on there, but that eraser wheel will just rip it right off, just like it's going to with the adhesive and all of that. So we'll go ahead and grab the eraser wheel and kind of show you a few shots on that, and then we'll also do another one on a bigger one so you can kind of see that as well. So stay tuned. Now again, you could go ahead and some people will take a lacquer thinner on a rag, they'll wipe it off. It'll come off that way, but sometimes it could actually soften the clear, damage the paint. You definitely don't want to do that. So another way that you can do it is they got Goo Gone, a couple of different adhesive removers. Those all work pretty well, but the fastest and quickest and most reliable way that we've found is through an eraser wheel. And so what we've got here is we've got our drill, we've got our eraser wheel, and essentially this is just like an eraser on a pencil. All right, and so what we're going to do is we're going to apply just a little bit of pressure, about medium speed to slow speed on high, and then essentially just erase it all the way off. And so pretty much you're going to have to find that happy medium. Sometimes it's going to want to bump and jump on you, and so essentially you may have to find that area on where you need to be at, but your drill will definitely tell you. So we're going to go ahead and get started right here. I'm going to start on this T, and then we're just going to work backwards. And so essentially we're just going to start about right in here. Now that we got a good method here, we're going to go ahead and just apply a little bit of pressure. Now again, I'm not applying a lot of pressure and I'm not going super fast, but it's coming off pretty quickly. And that's the nice thing about this eraser wheel is whenever we're using it, it takes off that adhesive very quickly and very efficiently. And so even just like right there, we'll kind of knock that off. Our L and our T is already gone. We got a little bit right here that we're going to take off with some isopropyl alcohol. You can also use acetone or anything that's you know, very light as far as a chemical wise, and not going to hurt the paint any or anything like that. Even water will take it off as well. You're going to have to scrub a little bit, but it will take it off. So we're going to go ahead and hit this this S, and then we'll get it all wiped off and ready to go. So we got the SLT off of here. We got all the emblems ready to go. No damage on the paint, which is also excellent. And so now we've got pretty much all of the dust off of it from the eraser itself. Pretty much the eraser residue is what it is. And so now we need to get off this little bit. Now if I sat there and I rubbed it enough, yeah, it'll come off, but I'm kind of lazy. So what we normally like to use is we got isopropyl alcohol in this pump action spray bottle that we got here. And so all I'm going to do is just spray it on this rag right here, and then essentially I'm just going to rub it, and it doesn't take very much and it doesn't take very long. Again, the isopropyl alcohol is not going to hurt the finish any. We're going to take it, clean it off, and now we have a very nice and smooth surface all the way around, and you can never tell that any of those emblems were ever there to begin with. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I always do the weekly tips and tricks, and definitely subscribe if you haven't already, and check us out on our Facebook page. You can check it out in the link below. There's tons of great helpful information in there, so if you ever get a chance, definitely go on there and check it out. So hope you guys enjoyed this, and we'll see you next time.